Hello?
Peace, mother.
Hey, people. What's up?
Everything's peaceful. Everything's peaceful. We got you on the line. You could just put your
Chime in. You get my testimonial.
put your appellation on the record, and let's just get your testimonial on the record since the topic is at hand.
Sure, no problem. Hey, everybody in the chat. This is Sherelle. I go by the name Sherelle Minabe. My appellation.
There's a lot, mother. Yeah, go ahead, mom. Start wherever you want to.
It's funny, but it's really not, because when I got into this information, I really was sincere. I really wanted to know like what was really going on, because I feel like everybody knows, everybody feels like something's not right, and I've been feeling like that for a long time since I was in high school. So when I came across Dane's information, it was like it was a step towards what I started figuring out as far as Moor's information and Moor's science. But it was like, I was hitting a brick wall. So I'm like, okay, what do you mean African American? We're not supposed to be African American. We're not supposed to call ourselves Negroes and all of this stuff. So I started watching a lot of his videos, and then I emailed him, and he hit me back saying how I can remove the term African American from my record. But he never had anything about nationality. But this is, of course, at the time I didn't even know anything about nationality. So I'm following the steps of his research and all of this on how to get out of it and everything. And I'm telling you, man, it's like running through barbed wire, because I couldn't get anywhere. You had to get in cars and travel back to where my family came from, which was down south, and I'm in the Midwest. I didn't know how to get there. I'm like, okay, and then I tried to hit him back, and he never did email me back to help me try to figure out anything or nothing like that. So that was another brick wall that I hit. So I'm like, oh my God, now here I am. I know some information out here, but I just got played. I lost, I think it was like $50, $60. I lost out of that. I didn't get anything out of it.
And you're one.
Nothing out of it. Nothing at all. I just lost fiat. And I couldn't hear nothing else back from Dane. Me and my sister both was running around talking about we may be from the Cherokee or Chickasaw. We didn't know where we was from. we just knew it was some bull going on. Like, hold on, Dad, you said it'd be easy if we go to the National Archives. We all online looking at the National Archives, and I'm like, oh my God, this dude done played us. When I finally realized that we played is when I started looking into Taj's videos. I'm like, man, this dude really played us, because the Indian ain't even something we're supposed to be calling ourselves anyway. And then if you go farther back than that, you can see that that's not where our history starts. It's like if you such a researcher, why is your information not predating from where you begin? He's beginning with the Indian culture. Come on, that's not where it's at, dude. Why you doing all this research? You can't find nothing on the Moor? You mean tell me nothing?
Okay, now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Based on you saying that you're Moor now, and you coming from that, like what? Where are you looking at it from, as far as that individual putting out information?
Well, what I got from his information was knowing that this was our land. Now, that's all I got from his information, is knowing that we were here first. And that put me on the path to knowing, okay, if we was here first, and it's got to be more than that. But I didn't happen to come across it. It was my sister, because she does a lot more research than me. But when she came across the information on the Moors, I got into it and I started studying it, and I'm like, this is too good to be true. This ain't for me. Y'all know this ain't for me. It's too good to be true. If this is mine, I'm just gonna take it and run with it, because I know it just sounds good. So I started running into other people who was, trying to sell me packages and trying to get all the fiat about me and everything. So that kind of put my fire out a little bit, and I left it alone for like a month. And then I started to realize, hey, this is just something I'm going to have to do on my own. So what I started to do was study, and I started to go into what W. Riley was talking about. I started to teach myself. I started to just research, and I was listening to Taj, and he was giving a lot of reference points, and I started buying all the books, and I finally got Abdullah El Talib Moby Bey's book. And oh my God, that is a wealth of information.
Oh yeah.
Anybody, I'm saying, if anybody wants to know where we come from and what it is to be a Moor, and any research, any archaeological evidence to back this up, get his book. It's worth what you spend on his book, because he got all the reference material in there. And if you can refute that you're a Moor after reading that, then I just know you dirty. You dirty if you read that and still say you're not a Moor. You gotta be dirty. It's Islam. You gotta be dirty. Islam.
Oh yeah, and might as well ask, as far as the teachings of, you know, Noble Drew Ali and that being now part of your life and being a Moor, have you had any testimonials of, you know, exercising or being a Moor, or European run up to you and tell you something secret or something like that?
Well, I haven't really had any interactions with anybody. As far as me having to stand on my square, I do that anyway. As far as coming across information and anybody who's claiming to be an American, I know they're not, or, you know, I'm trying to put this out there to other people that don't know, or anybody that try to, you know, front me out and make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll hit them with the sign.
Right. Hey,
this say this. You know, Constitution state that. You came over here on this treaty. I mean, it's so much information that I'm still learning, but that I'm now aware of. That you can't just go across. You can't hit me across the head with something now and then think I'm going to go for it. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going for it. And me and my sister ended up calling a temple because we want to keep studying more, and, you know, to get more information, we tried to get into a temple. And he told us that they don't deal with that sovereignty stuff. They don't deal with what he said, Constitution and all. I'm like, hold up, how are you not dealing with civics and Constitution? Like that was one of the things Drew always said, was to teach that in the school. Supposed to have a school in every temple. So I mean, what are y'all, just a religious organization? Y'all just, you know, are we coming in here drinking wine and eating crackers? Like, what are we doing? Because it's not making any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a definite. Yeah, like, you know, passing the collector play, right? So I'm glad I didn't go there, because I'd have probably got discouraged too if he get it in my studies. I'd have got discouraged if I'd have went to a temple, because knowing that there's so many dirty people out there, I'm like, how can you run from this information and it's yours? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's yours. Like, if everybody would just lock on this stuff and just do what they're supposed to do, it would in turn flip everything upside down and it'd be the way it's supposed to be. But you got people out here who are trying to literally live a life that's an illusion. It's literally an illusion. And until they can get it back to where it's supposed to be, it's going to continue to be an illusion. But I doubt if we get that far, because nature itself is cleansing the earth, and it's going to cleanse up everything that's not right. And it's starting with these dirty Moors. They're going to get cleaned up real quickly, including the temple.
Islam from mother.
But yeah, he's laughing at me, but I seriously got played. I got played. Like, and that makes me feel bad for everybody else that's, you know, listening to Dane, that's drawn in, not just Dane, but all these other, you know, conscious pimps out here who getting over on the people. Like, people are sincere in their studies and they really want to know the truth. That's why we got this everybody gets this big awakening call. Everybody is woke and everybody want to know what's going on. But instead of people just giving it out, they want to take what you got and drain you of the rest of your energy. And that kind of discourages people from wanting to, you know what I'm saying, keep going in any direction. Right. You know, people will just fall back into their way of life that they had been in before they became awakened, with all the bull crap that's out here. You know, nobody want to do it.
Now, what was it? What was it even that made you not give up on it? Like, why do you stay after you got played or whatever?
Because in my heart, it just feels just right. In my heart, it feels just right. And then knowing that any information that I've heard about or that I read about, I'll go and actually research that. So if I hear somebody say, go do this, I'll go research it. Or if I read a book that says, go do this, I'll research that. I'll research the researcher. Because if it keeps landing where I find it at, then that's what it is. It can't be nothing but the truth.
Right.
When I went into Dane information, I was hitting brick walls. Like, okay, it couldn't have been right, because I wasn't getting anywhere. Not only that, I couldn't keep the correspondences up between us because he cut me off after I paid my fee. I'd have got the package, the sovereignty package, he cut me off. So I was like, okay, I can't get nowhere with this. But when I'm looking into the Moor science is everything. It's everything. It's the Constitution. It's the way of life. It's the universal laws. It's everything. You know what I mean? So, and it's me. It's got to be my science. You know, and I've come from a long line of greats, and I'll take that as a badge of honor. I'm gonna always stick with it. I'm not going anywhere because it's my bloodline. You can't not say you're not a Moor. It's just like a Chinese saying if they're not a Chinese, I don't want to deal with the Chinese, and I'm just gonna be an Indian. No, you can't. You can't get rid of your bloodline. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, just a lot of people don't want to take that and just chuck it. You know, it is what it is. We got played. And just up to us to wake up and take the reign, and you know, then take our place amongst the affairs of men. We got to do it.
No, when you say
until we do it, it's just gonna continue. Go ahead.
No, sorry. When you said take the reign, I know a lot of these Moors and their temples and stuff like that. You know, don't let the sisters talk, and you know, don't let them have their turn. So, if you had a message to the other mothers out there, mothers that are gonna eventually proclaimed ones, new that haven't even done it yet, what from a Moor's perspective that is our matriarch, what kind of message could you put out there for the fellow mothers and sisters?
Well, what I would say to them is, if you got babies, start teaching them everything that you know. And if you can, while you're learning, start letting them learn with you. And for those who don't have children, the womb is the first school. So as you're learning this information, and if you become a child, that child will know everything before coming out the womb. You know, my baby girl was born while I was coming into this knowledge, and I know she's gonna be well aware by the time she get older, because my kids knowing this stuff every day. We going over the Constitution every day. We going over the United Nations Declarations of the Children, and we going over all of this stuff every day. I'm telling them who Nova Durali is. I'm even teaching some of his quotes. We learn in Spanish. It's like I'm just trying to get them to understand that this is bigger than what we've always known it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is much bigger than that. And as long as we can get that generation, because I don't think it's going to happen in mine. It's got to happen with the babies.
Right.
So if we can get the babies all to understand what's really going on and take our reins and, you know, get this government back under control. Because we got a government, nobody's in the seat. And until we can get the people in the seats, and we're going to continue to be property. And, you know, somebody else is going to be in charge of our estate. And that's not what we want. We don't want that, because this is what we've been getting out of it so far. And we, you know, it's not police brutality. It's not the things that they put out there. It's thieves. You know what I mean? People are literally brainwashing us and controlling us by, you know what I'm saying, social engineering. And we just got to get these kids. It's solid with the kids. So if we can get any information and pass it on to our children, because they're going to pass it on to their children. And it's going to keep on going that way. Just like all this indoctrination been going on. We've been passing that on. Time to break the chain and pass on the truth. Let them know who they are. Our people suffer from a lack of identity. They have no identity. It's a large identity crisis going on right now. That's what's going on. People don't know who they are. So they're too busy trying to fit into something else. You know, we got all these black men who want to be gay. We got all these black women who want to be gay. You got these black women who don't want their men. You got these black men who don't want their women. It's like, okay, as long as we don't have a code, because we don't have anything to identify with, so we're going to stick to whatever we can get that's going to accept us. You know what I mean? And that's not what we should do. So, and that's why I feel like this is where it's at. There's so much stuff going on here that's trying to deter people from this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody was to wake up and get this knowledge and get on board, everything is going to completely stop. It's going to stop, because we hold the reins to this world, all of it. And as long as we wake up and get it, then everybody going to have to do what we say. Because that's just what it is. We are mothers and fathers of all of it. And then until we get it, then we're going to keep on going through what we're going through. But that's what I want everybody to know. Take it. Don't stop. Keep studying. Do what you got to do out here. Stand on your square as always. You know what I'm saying? Challenge anybody. And I mean anybody. Don't just take anything for face value. We are in the age of the knowing. You can't just take what people say and run with it no more. You got to actually go and get that information and know it. Don't believe it, know it. Don't take what somebody say, research it. You know, if somebody tell you something, just go research it. I don't care if it's the closest friend or your mama, it don't matter. Just go research it. Because unless you know, unless you go and research, you won't know. You just gonna keep believing.
Yes, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
On that note,
Mother, I just want to say one quick thing.
Yes, please go ahead, Moor. Please go ahead.
Well, all honor to the mother on the line. But I just want to let you know that whatever fiat you pay to Lane not that way, that was the price you pay to get where you at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, you got one heck of a discount because, mother, whoo, I'm hot. I'm hot over here. I was fire on the line as well.
Well, you know something I learned, and all I can say is you're right. What it did was push me into a whole other direction. It pushed me in another direction. I was supposed to go through that. Because if I hadn't went through that, I'd still be out here probably paying fiat after fiat, getting played, draining my energy. And now I know, like, I can't get played no more. You can't play me. I know this. You can't get over me again.
It's love.
It's key words that you got to use with me now. If you ain't talking about this, if you ain't talking about that, then you cut off. I can't even listen to you no more. It's a select few of people that I can listen to, and if they don't sound right, I'm scrubbing them. Like, okay, let me go check what he said previously, see what he talking about. Let me go see what she talking about. Because if you ain't talking about this, then it ain't for me. It ain't for me. You just up to you. Supposed to know that it's all about the lingo too. If you can listen to somebody who's out here doing these videos and giving out this information, and if they're not talking right, then you know it's some garbage. You know it ain't right.
It's love. Brother Yusuf, you got any closing ones?
I'm just like Brother Ed said, the mother got me over here ready right now. I just love when the mother just go in. Because, you know, I'd be like, yo, that's right. Like, because, you know, we are sons.
Yeah.
You know, so for mother to come on there and to, you know, confirm, like, my sons is right. You know what I mean? Their mother taught them well. You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, my sons, what they said, I said, yep, that's what I said. I'm like, okay, my mama taught me right there.
Just like that.
She said,
just like that.
Perfect. So,
for real.
Got me ready.
It's love.
Just stay focused. Stay studied up, everybody. Stay studied more. Don't forget who you are. And just stay on the path. We'll get there. You know, we're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to trample this movement. They already have. But, you know, what you already quoted something really, really important. He said it's going to take with the fourth and fifth generation to understand what he did and be appreciative of it. And I feel like that's what's going on. But you got so many people out here who's trying to stop it because they've already prepared for it to go down. Everything else he prophesied came to be. It came to be fruition. So why wouldn't it? So you got, it's like, it's accelerated, you know what I'm saying, with all the garbage.
Right. Even though there's garbage, it's accelerated.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, give thanks to you, Mother, for having the courage to call in and put your testimonial out there so the people could know we're not just some, you know what I mean, disgruntled, we're not selling nothing, so we're gonna talk about somebody or whatever. You know, we had a testimonial of somebody who got played, and after they got played, they really found out about nationality and birthrights, declared, proclaimed, and now they're where they're really supposed to be, opposed to where that individual had them. Like one more said, in the mud and on the treadmill and doing all this other stuff instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is studying and learning about yourself. Your higher self, lower self. And once you start learning about yourself and you get to know yourself, then you start uplifting others who don't know their self. So we can all get something done out here. So Islam to all the Moors. Any Moors got any closing remarks? Including you, Mother.
Well, I want to say,
to the Moors in the chat.
I'm listening to Dane. Oh, I'm not bad. Stop listening to Dane, y'all. Okay, he got some good information out there, but don't just fall for that crap. Just go research. Like I said, get Abdullah El Tabligh Moses Bey. Get his book, and that book alone gonna give you the information that you need.
Put the book name out just so people, if they're looking for it.
Abdullah El Tabligh Moses Bey, Moors and Masonry.
Islam.
Yeah, I had the email, I will leave it out, but I don't know it.
Yeah, that's a must-have.
The new book is out too, Compass in the Square.
Oh, yeah.
I already ordered it. It's en route.
Yep, and the new book,
right, then.
Compass in the Square. Islam Moors.
Islam to the Moors in the chat. Give thanks to the Prophet.
Islam.
Islam to Gran Heki. Islam to all the Moors in the chat, all the chat muftis. Islam to the Mother. Islam to the Moors. Peace be upon our noble Prophet, Ali.
Islam.
100.
Honors to the Prophet.
Good night, people.
Peace and love, Moors. You already know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We don't know what's up, but something might be brewing for Saturday. So we might have something going on Saturday. But peace and love to all the Moors. Islam to all. And again, honors to the Prophet, noble Ali. Islam.
Come on in, brother. Come on in, brother. Bless. Have a seat, brother. Have a seat. Ah, yes. Come on in, brother. Welcome. Bless. Have a seat right there. Hey. Brother, bless. Have a seat, bro. Welcome. Bless. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. You guys ready to make some money? Yeah. I can't hear you. Ready to make some money? Yeah. All right. Let's get to work. All right, man. You get your birth certificates, man. You get a bunch of money from that, man. I'm saying you get your bonds, tons of money, man. I'm saying you want to get flexible, you want to be good, man. You want to be flossing, get your fur coats on, right? You got this over here, right here. Just ignore all that right there. You know, over here, right here. This is what it's all about, man. It's all about the dollar signs. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollar signs. At the end of the day, it's all about the money.
So, SGK, how can I get my money afterwards?
I have 10 grandchildren. I need lots of money.
Hey, since this is so foolproof, can I get it advanced? I got some stuff to take care of. I need the money.
Hold up.
you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
2 weeks going on 3, I gave him a G. Said to these papers I could be sovereign and free like Popes and King Henry. Sipping on Henny and pigs' faces, no matter the places. Travel rights, days and nights, catching bonds on birth certs. Didn't tell me that birth is ERTH, bottom read benefits of instruments.
It's all about the money. Trust me, you go with this and you'll get the money. If you don't believe me, ask my senior right here.
Pissed off will break his wrist off. Dirty Moors got me wanna cut lips off and teeth chipped off. Dirty thief using me to go through windows. Probably took my Fiat and bought Indo and Kush. Off the roof I would push.
SGK.
Yes, sir.
Justice, no love.
How come no withdrawal is not on the board?
No reply from emails. He stopped tweeting, but he's giving details. Untrusting executive status. Dialing the number, got my fingers callous. Dirty Moor packets selling cheaters. Rob you with no conscience. Cognizant, not sleepers. And well aware, that's more the local. Plus they changed the corporate name and logo.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again. We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
They still on the Fiat hustle and the bustle. Got cats in the bag like Ruffles, airtight. Use fair fright, martial law hype. Not even get wise with the quickness, ability, quickly nimble, won't stumble or tremble. Finding out I got played like cymbals. Dirty Moor selling you your own Moorish symbols and crystals. No different than trees and reeds and toes missile. Drew Ali said, study, study, study. So you don't get enslaved or played by your own buddy. Giving money to a gold digging dummy. State hopping dirty Moors, rob you out your dirty drawers. Souls perfect in fools' bodies. Setting up a PayPal solid gold. Those types don't even know what's coming. Cause when I see them, it's expose time, no running. No gunning, I was told get wise. Dirty people giving weasel evil eyes. Picking up the cell to call. I get nervous cause I know what's up after I heard this.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again. We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
You got it. You got this show.
Oh, this is yours? This is all yours?
For sure. What is it?
Keep going. Jeez. You need to get me some of that right now, man. Yo, SGK, hook me up.
Bro, I got all this. The first day. I'm just saying. Not the first day today, but the next day.
You sat down and you attacked the mathematician because you thought you heard something that you didn't hear. That's the first violation. You don't come in. First of all, you come in and you act like you come in people, but you don't. You got an agenda.
Moors of men upright, independent and fearless. Dogmatized, dirty Moors, tongues cut out, left earless. Cause they never listen. Dirty Moors, keep up your slander. Wu-Tang torture in your ass, hot hangers. Kidnapper, dirty Moor, torture him like Saw. 3D, 0.5 or 1 through 4. Or get it like 5 or 6 with a fez on jigsaw. Leather face in a turban, rip dirty Moors lips off. Disrespecting the mother Raz Mariah Bay. Wrap him up like double crochet, the barbed wire away. Throw him off a bridge or feed him to the piranhas. Yellow journalist Moors spread nothing but propaganda. Idi Amin bait, treat the temple like Uganda. Dirty Moors like foreigners, crush the dust like ganja. Not worthy of being Moors, we call them dirty Nehesus. Solomon Seal spell command 72 demons to get you.
This is what the temple guys actually said. That Canaanland is not a part of North America. Canaanland is bigger. Yo, it's ignorant, man. I mean, come on, you're talking about the same land. Canaanland is actually bigger than the land mass they know is the corporate United States. Almost twice as big. And if they had anything, they could just go to Google and they can type in North America and find out North America goes all the way up to green. But they're ignorant. They don't want to do that. They just dealing off emotion.
You might hear horse voices, see frog faces, and rooster feet. Demons we run with, spit fire with gold wolf teeth. Keep playing, forget back teeth. New Moors are an issue, get Kinsu. Maybe a dream visit from Vishnu, a nightmare to never end and always continue. Cold as an igloo, dealing with my trust issues through vigilance. Active Moors are militants, SPLC dirty Moors, call that sovereign citizen. Lying for views, they notice all the empty pews. Benz need gas and fixing, but not enough dues. Pigpen Bays sell you out for peanuts, claiming that we nuts for teaching birds like street level, keeping it beat nuts.
To any members of the MSPA that's out there listening to what I'm saying, please get it through your head. I don't have a problem with the MSPA. I got issues with
Kendrick Lamar, stay surrounded by feathers. Dirty's guilty of fraud and thoroughly scrutinize their ledgers. Getting proclamations from Morocco, disrespect us. Corporate city only recognize people's court jesters. Handing their back, Moorish puppets and minions. Never get the human rights recognition like Moors near Virginia. Commonwealth, for active Moors knowledge, the Commonwealth. Dirty's claim more, but really on the straw man help. Authenticating a birth certificate, that's not significant. Civil little more two status syndicates. In more face, watch them two more status Indians claiming Turtle Island are lying so intricate.
long days and long nights. But this message needed to be heard.